Hello and welcome to the final game week of the Continental Cup. Here you can see the current table. We've got 3 games today. They're going to be played at the exact same time. So we're going to be darting from game to game, looking at all the highlights at the exact same time. Wish me luck with that. I don't know how it's going to go yet. I've just started the recording now. But yeah, this is the current state of things. UEFA, they've won. They've finished top. Keep in mind, this table does not mean anything. UEFA are sure they've won the league in theory. Maybe there's a small trophy. I think like America has like the community trophy for whoever wins the league like that. But then we go into the playoffs and the top 4 teams who are already decided, Africa being the lowest team, have qualified. The top 4 teams will go into semi-finals and then a final. The top team playing the bottom team and second playing third. We'll get semi-finals and then a final, and then that person is the person who wins the trophy. So the games today really are to decide who plays who. So second to fourth, they're all really interchangeable. So really we could see, in theory, we could see South America play UEFA in the semi-finals, and then it'd be between Asia and Africa who plays in the final against the winner of that. So I'll quickly mention what happened last time. UEFA beat Oceania 6-0, the highest scoring game so far in this tournament. Africa beat North America 3-0, but then the shocker was that Asia and South America, they drew. South America came away with the win on penalties, giving them 2 points. Today, like I said, we've got 3 games, all playing at the exact same time, because that's how it would be done, I think. So we're going to be darting between the games, and I'm hoping that comes across quite well. So the games we've got going on, in no specific order: North America versus UEFA, that's at Bramall Lane. We've got Oceania versus Asia, that's at the Stadium of Light. And then we've got South America versus Africa, that's a pretty big game, that's at London Stadium. So Asia have a really good opportunity here to finish second. If South America were to lose to Africa and Asia beat Oceania, which they'll be the favourites to, they'll go second and in fact probably play Africa, and South America would play UEFA. So, you know, that's kind of what could happen. There's a real opportunity here for different things to take place. But yeah, let's just get into things. I'm going to do the lineups of all 3 matches, and then it will just be what happens in what order. So starting out with North America, they are for sure finishing in the bottom 2. So they have rotated a little bit with Ochoa coming in goal. Very good replacement, that one. Davies comes back to left back, and we've got Zimmerman and Araujo at centre back. In midfield, we now have Reina, Guardado, Herrera and Pulisic. And then up front, we've got Villa and Hernandez making his first start. UEFA have of course finished top, so they don't need to win this game. They start with Neuer in goal though. The back 4 now includes Robertson and Skriniar, with Cancelo shifting over to the right. They're trying De Bruyne, Fernandes and Modric instead of Kante. See how that goes. And up front they're going with Mbappe, Haaland and Ronaldo. So it's a very strong team. Seems like they're just trying to try things out, see what they're going to do in the semi-finals, give people a chance. Shifting across to Asia, Oceania, a very important game for Asia. Real opportunity for them. Oceania have opted to rotate. Again, they don't have anything to play for here. They've got Marinovic in goal. They've got Payne and Pijnaka starting in centre back, and then Sutton coming in at left back. Krishna is playing deeper with Garbett and Stamenik in midfield. McCowett, Wood and Brown all start up front. So Brown and Krishna of course have to play because they're the only non-New Zealand players. But there's a lot of rotation in there and a couple players who could impress. Now Asia have changed a little bit. They got Jo Hyun Woo in goal. This is the last chance to try some players out before the playoffs. Yoshida and Itakura start at centre back with Moy ahead of them. On the wing we've got Alan and Doan. Minamino is at attacking midfield. And then up front we've got Azmoun and Alsoma leading the line. Now going across to Africa versus South America. This is probably the biggest game of the 3, biggest matchup at least. South America have used this opportunity to start Martinez, as it is really the last time he'll be able to play. In the back 3 we're seeing Alexandro, Thiago Silva and Militao, all Brazilian. In midfield, Di Maria actually starts centrally at cam, so that Cuadrado and Acuna can play on the wings. Fernando and Fabinho make up the DMs, and of course Messi and Suarez start up front, which of course means Neymar is on the bench. For Africa, Bono now starts in goal. The 2 centre-backs are Tapsoba and Djene. Idrissa Gueye and Ndidi start as the CDMs. And then some big players like Ziyech and Osimhen and even Haller come into that attacking front 4. And with that, all the games are ready to kick off, so let's just get into some of these highlights and see what happens in order that it happens. I'm excited to see how this goes. So the first highlight we have for you is Asia versus Oceania. Azmoun plays a brilliant ball to Alsoma. And Azmoun adds to his tally. He's got many assists, and Alsoma finishes off. Could this be the beginning of another onslaught for Oceania? It's a pretty good finish because he changes direction. Don't think the keeper knows which way he's going to go. Moving over to Europe versus North America. Mbappe got the first chance and Ochoa pushed it just wide. That's a pretty good save, that. Going back to Asia versus Oceania. Asia gave away the ball. And Wood tried his luck, but it was just over in the end. Back over to Europe, Ronaldo tries from a very tight angle, no problem for Ochoa. And then we're just darting between these two games at the minute. Asia have a good shot, but Marinovic, the new goalkeeper, has no problem at all. But he does have a problem now, because after that corner, Asia come away with a penalty. Now, not a single penalty from open play has been scored so far in this tournament. Messi has missed 2, Neymar's missed 1, I believe someone else did as well. This time it's Al Sommer. Can he finish?
A chance to extend the lead.
No! He hits the post and then the goalkeeper does well to gather up the remains. First highlight now from South America. Cuadrado running up the wing sparks this opportunity. And it was Messi who put it away, making it 1-0 for South America. I believe that's Di Maria with assists, so the formation's working out pretty well so far. Back over to Europe, Hernandez gets a chance.
Doing well to keep possession. Can he give them the lead?
Does pretty well, but it's a great save from Neuer. Oceania got a pretty good chance through Krishna. The new goalkeeper does well to get it and punch it away. Chance didn't stop there though. Krishna chipped it over towards Brown. He was able to put it on a plate for Krishna in that deeper position to make it 1-1. Mbappe tried a speculative long shot, but Ochoa was able to get his fingertips to it. That's the last action of the half for Europe versus North America. They go in at a surprising 0-0. Oceania versus Asia goes in at 1-1 for half-time. Oceania, of course, will be the happier of the two with that scoreline. And then lastly, South America versus Europe goes in 1-0 with Messi getting the sole goal. Going into the second half, the first piece of action came from South America. Di Maria hitting it from distance. Would you look at that? 2-0. Di Maria is doing pretty good in that position. This is the angle that really shows how good it is. Going over to Europe, Haaland came off for Kane. He got himself involved as soon as he could, setting up Mbappe to break the deadlock and make it 1-0. Africa were looking to try and get back in the game. Ziyech played a perfect ball through. And Salah, of course, finishes it, making it 2-1. Pretty sure he's finished from around that position before as well. Looks like it's actually a toe poke, that one. Asia looking to go ahead, take a shot from outside the box. And it's a penalty. Clearly with his hand there. I think if it was a silhouette rule, it wouldn't have been a pen. Of course, penalties have been notoriously difficult to score in this series. And he puts it wide. Ronaldo's heard about what Di Maria has been up to and he tried to replicate it. Ochoa with a good save. Only 10 minutes remaining of the South America-Africa game. Di Maria tries to get his second. It's actually, was so closely offside. He did hit the post, so it didn't matter anyway. And some dodgy passing from Africa gave Messi the perfect opportunity to get his second of the match. 3-1, this game's over. Talking about games being over, final whistle is blown in the Europe-North America game, only 1-0. That is, I would say, that's actually a pretty good result for North America. They've managed to come away with it only being 1-0, considering how bad they've been. That's an accomplishment. And of course, full-time whistle also is blown at South America versus Africa, 3-1. Messi, clearly the man of the match here. Definitely been one of the best players in this tournament. And then finally, Asia versus Oceania, the final whistle blows, but this game is not over. Like the rest of them, we have penalties. Now, Asia will want to be trying to get the points here because the higher they finish, the less likely they'll get Europe in the knockouts. Of course, I believe this is the second time Oceania have gone into a penalty shootout. They've been terrific. But yeah, 1-1. Let's get into the pens. First up, Wood. And he puts it wide. Why are people so bad at penalties in this? Alan. I believe that was a save. Krishna got his goal earlier in the game. Puts it right through the centre. Easy save. Aaron Moy. Surely a goal. Yes, it is. First goal, 1-0 to Asia. Brown. Goalkeeper maybe should have done better there, but 1-1. Heung-min's son, the star player, he puts it in, no doubt. Thomas. Again, another one through the centre, making it easy for the keeper.
It comes down to this, a goal, and they win the game.
If Nakajima scores this, they come away with the points. Oh, and that's a good save with his legs.
Such high levels of pressure. He must score to keep his side in it.
McCowett needs to score now to keep them in it. Oh, and did he get a touch on that? Either way, Asia came away with the 2 points. We'll get into the table in a second to see how that looks.
He'll relive that moment over and over again.
But that's the final game. Let's take another look at it now. I think he just hits the post. Oh, that's actually really hard to tell. But yeah, what a way to end the group stage, I suppose it's called. Let's get into the league table and see who plays who. Okay, so this is how it's finished. Finishing up top, of course, UEFA. They've played 5, they've won 5. It was a bit more difficult in that last one, but nonetheless, they've scored 14 and only conceded 2, so they'll be the favourites. Now, of course, first we'll play 4th place, and that in this case is Africa, who finished with 2 wins and 3 losses. Only a goal difference of 1. They scored 9, conceded 8. So they haven't been great, but they've got the quality players that you could see, you know, an upset coming. And then in 2nd place, South Africa scored just about the same amount of goals as UEFA, scoring 13 opposed to UEFA's 14. But it was the 3 extra that they conceded that caused them issues, and they only came away with 3 wins. And they'll be coming up against Asia, who pretty much filled the board. They've got 2 wins, 1 penalty win, 1 penalty loss, and then 1 loss. The only team that has gotten 1 of everything. But I'd say 9 points is a very good finish for them. So again, it will be Europe versus Africa, and then South America versus Asia in the semi-finals. The winner of that will be in the final to win the tournament. The losers will go into a 3rd place playoff. And then of course, we also have a 5th place playoff. The bottom 2 there, Oceania and North America, they will be playing each other in one of 3 finals to decide who finishes 5th, who finishes 6th, and then it will be the 2nd place teams from the semi-finals, who finishes 3rd, who finished 4th, and then of course the big final for who wins the tournament and who finishes 2nd. So actually this is a pretty good thing for North America, who have finished bottom. It's amazing that Oceania finished 5th. I think everyone would have had them to be their bottom team, and then North America, I figured, you know, they've got a real fighting chance of getting into that top 4. I figured it would be between Asia and North America for that spot. And Asia have performed really well, and really it was Africa who were there for the taking. So this 5th place playoff is a real chance for North America to turn things around and not finish bottom of the tournament. But yeah, that ends the group stages. The next kind of videos are all going to be live commentated by me. I'll be recording them live, doing commentary. So it'll be a bit different to this. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do it just yet. I think I'm going to put the 2 semi-finals in the same video, and then the finals will be all separate. We'll see. We'll see. It depends, I suppose, on how many highlights there are. If there's a lot, then that makes sense to have it as separate videos. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that ends that. So this is, I suppose, you know how I'm pretty sure in the MLS, if you win the league before it goes to the playoffs, you get like the community shield or the community trophy or whatever. So UEFA have won that. They finished top of the league. They stormed it. That, of course, makes them favourites for the playoffs. But I think there is a thing where it's like top team doesn't tend to do well in the playoffs. But, you know, will that logic continue into FIFA? Probably not. But yeah, I'm excited to get into the knockouts because anything can happen in the knockouts, really. And the teams have kind of developed themselves into what their strongest form is. And yeah, I'm just excited to see how these results go. I think both those semi-final results in their respective group stage matches were 4-0. But I'm sure the losers of those matches will change to try and get a result on those. But yeah, all right. Thank you so much for watching this. Tell me what you thought of this series. Tell me what you think of this whole playoff format. And I'm excited to see what happens next. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you liked it, like if you liked it, and I'll see you for the next one. Thank you very much.